Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, August 29, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Tampa Bay Rays vs Baltimore Orioles. The pitching staff has been excellent this season, but for the upcoming game, the Rays will turn to Chris Archer, who used to be the team's ace, but hasn't pitched a lot this season, starting only 2 games and pitching 6.1 total innings. The Orioles had that disastrous 19-game losing streak come to an end earlier in the week after winning 2 of 3 against the Angels, propelled by an increase in offense. It's been a tough schedule as this marks the 3rd series of the month against the first-place Rays. My betting advice for that game is to pick Tampa Bay Rays -1.5 and go with the over. St. Louis Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates. The St. Louis Cardinals have been a below-average offense this season as they are 23rd in baseball with a .703 OPS. Unfortunately, they are not hitting into luck as their .282 batting average on balls in play, BABIP, is 26th in the majors, and no team behind them is currently in a playoff spot if the season ended today. The Pittsburgh Pirates have been one of the weakest defensive teams in the majors as their .667 OPS is only ahead of the Texas Rangers this year. My betting advice is to pick St. Louis Cardinals and go with the under. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Philadelphia Phillies. The Diamondbacks had their 2-game winning streak snapped by the Phillies in the 2nd game of the series. They will try to bounce back from the loss with another win over Philadelphia, which will give them their 3rd win in their last 4 games. The Phillies managed to snap their 3-game losing streak with a win over the Diamondbacks in their last game. They are now 5.5 games behind Atlanta in the NL East standings and will try to reduce the gap with another win over the Diamondbacks, which will give them their 2nd win in their last 5 games. My betting advice for that game is to pick Philadelphia Phillies and go with the over. Toronto Blue Jays vs Detroit Tigers. Newly acquired Jose Barrios is expected to get the start on the mound for this game. He has an 8-7 record this season with a 3.70 ERA and 267 innings pitched. In his last game, Barrios pitched 3 innings allowing 4 earned runs. He will need to come out with a better performance if he is to help a slumping Blue Jays team. Matthew Boyd is expected to get the start on the mound for the Tigers in this game. He has a 3-6 record this season with a 3.44 ERA and 70 innings pitched. In his last game, Boyd pitched only 2 innings allowing 5 hits and 0 earned runs. My betting advice for that game is to pick Toronto Blue Jays and go with the over. Boston Red Sox vs Cleveland Indians. The Red Sox won the first 2 games of the series to improve to 75-66. They are 7 games behind the Rays and 2.5 games behind the Yankees. The Sox beat the Indians 5-3 on Saturday in 10 innings. Garrett Whitlock got the win in relief to improve to 6-2. J.D. Martinez hit the game-winning homer in the 10th. Kyle Schwarber also had a home run. The Indians fell to 63-64 after a 5-3 loss to the Red Sox on Saturday in 10 innings. Nick Whitgren got the loss to fall to 2-7 on this season. Franmil Reyes, Bobby Bradley and Oscar Mercado had 2 hits each. Reyes hit a home run. My betting advice is to pick Boston Red Sox and go with over. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. Cincinnati Reds vs Miami Marlins. What a great turnaround to Cincinnati's season over the last 2 months or so, where they have really stepped up their play and put themselves into prime playoff positioning. Back on the 1st of August, the Reds were 56-50 and several games behind the Padres for the 2nd NL wild card spot. Fast forward to Sunday and Cincinnati is now sitting on a 71-60 record, but they still have a lot of ground to make up in the Central, as they're 7.5 games behind Milwaukee. On the bright side, they have a 2-game lead over San Diego for the second wild card now. Just as they did with Saturday's 6-1 win, the Marlins are trying to make life hard for any contending teams they have to face now, considering they're 16 games behind the first-place Braves in the East. The fact that they're also 16.5 games behind the second NL wild card pretty much puts the Marlins out of the playoff race for good. A lot of that can be attributed to their 9-16 record in August, which did not help them in a tight division race, nor has their 14-26 post-All-Star break record. My betting advice for that game is to pick Cincinnati Reds and go with the over. Washington Nationals vs New York Mets. The Nationals snapped their 2-game losing streak with a win over the Mets in their last game. They will try to keep the momentum going with another win over New York, which will give them their second win in a row and third win in their last 5 contests. The Mets have struggled in the second half of the season and come into this game on a 4-game losing streak. They will try to put an end to their streak with a win over the Nationals, which will give them their second win in their last 9 games. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Mets and go with the under. San Francisco Giants vs Atlanta Braves. The San Francisco Giants have been one of the best defensive teams in the sport this season, as they are 5th with a .760 ops. Their hitting has been very impressive, including the fact that they are currently leading MLB with 195 total home runs this year. Even when San Francisco is on the road, they show the ability to hit as they are averaging 4.81 runs per road game, and they are the only team with over 100 home runs outside their home ballpark, 114. Right fielder Mike Yastrzemski has been hitting at a decent clip, as he has a .762 ops with 20 home runs and 50 RBI. If the Giants can continue to hit as well as they have been, they can continue to create separation between themselves and the Dodgers in the NL West. Ian Anderson has been around an average pitcher this season, according to his baseball saving page. He is in the 68th percentile in whiff percentage, 64th percentile in average exit velocity, 54th percentile in strikeout percentage, and 50th percentile in SBA. Anderson has 4 different pitches: fastball, changeup, curveball, sinker, and his changeup has been his best pitch, as it has a .183 batting average with 42 strikeouts. This will be his first time facing the Giants, so it will be interesting to see how he attacks this lineup. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves and go with the under. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit.